Today I share with you my complete, full current investment strategy for 2025. It could change at any time, but I'll talk about what I'm thinking about from now until maybe the end of 2025, roughly. Of course, we'll do the usual gold, silver, platinum analysis, maybe analyzing some other assets too. I want to hear what your current investment strategy is for the next 12 months. Roughly, so get all your comments in. And look, if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, we do what I call the Synchronised Slurp. What is it, you ask? Glad I can tell you. Grab a tasty beverage. I'll grab my tasty beverage, and what we do is we slurp them synchronously together. It is the honor system wherever you are within the world, all my nearly 800 subscribers, you slurp it wherever you are on a system, got to do it audibly. Did I mention that twice? Yes, I did. Let's do it twice. Let's do a double synchronized slurp. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it, baby. Slurp it twice. So nice you have to slurp it twice. That's going on the merch. As well, I'm Joe Main. I've worked in the precious metals industry here in Australia. Over 3 major bullion dealers, Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion, and now I help you launch and grow on YouTube and other social media, and I do this week daily live show all about stacking silver, stacking gold, stacking satoshis, stacking skills. It's all about stacking here at Good Morning Stackers, and what we do is we do some shout outs in the first few minutes of the show, and then we get to the topic of the day, my current investment strategy for 2025, and all the other fun stuff that we do. So let's get to it, peeps. It's great to see you. And of course, what we do is we start off the morning with shout outs, and you say GMS, which means Good Morning Stackers. Mark, Florida. Hope everything's going swimmingly over there in Florida. Mark, Florida man. Pete Repeat says the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, lest we forget. Agreed. So at 11 a.m., whatever that is, well, 11 a.m. your time. 1 minute of silence, please. I didn't pop it on, but I bought a. It's not the red poppy. I bought the animal version one. It was a $10 pin, like purple one. If you've seen those, with the lovely people, outside of supermarkets, etc., selling them. Always get one every year. For Anzac Day and Remembrance Day as well, but I did an animal one this year. So yes, we shall remember them. GMS says, Pete, morning, Joe, lest we forget. Correct. Fantastic. I really appreciate that, everyone. Good morning, everyone, says Knackers O'Reilly. Niels Han Dynasty. I'm just going to say like NHD. Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. This is your calling card every single time. All right, cool. Hey, Lance. It's been a while. I'm not even going to... Nope. I'm going to say Southeast Asian language. You tell me. You tell me. I really want to know about osmium. Neil or Gerald Draper, contact me, please, at gmail@gmastackers at gmail.com. Please send me a message and let me know more about osmium, and I want to get you on the show. Let me move this a little bit more forward, as you're going to hear a bit of noise there. There we go. I just want to be able, so you can hear me well. Okay, there we go. Does anyone know? Says NHD. Does anyone know? Let me get rid of that. Does anyone know what the 80th Royal Coronation is? No? Don't know what you're talking about. 75% of the noble metals are PGMs. The other 2 are gold and silver. Good to know. Hazard, GMS, Chris Phipps from PDX in Portland. Rod Pannard is back. Great to see you. The Don is here too. Oh my God, you're all here. Desi, here we go. Lance Korean, thank you. You can always tell by the phonetics of it. Like if it's, Hude Flugebergen is like a, it's like a Finnish kind of, that kind of area, Swiss kind of thing, but that kind of phonetic pronunciation is like Southeast Asian kind of thing, or Asian, as you can kind of tell. Anyway, I won't say that. All right, my party people, I think that's it. We still don't have Chat Mum in the house, but that's okay. Look, what do you reckon? I've got the fresh new haircut. Basically, I say get rid of all of that and then just take a little bit off the top. I'm glad you like it. Thanks for sharing. All right, people, you've hit the time code. Let's talk about my current investment strategy for 2025. It's pretty simple. but I'm going to let you know of what I'm doing. But let me give you a bit of background. Okay, and I want to hear yours as well. And of course, we are open to all ideas. There's no such thing as a bad idea until it becomes a bad idea. So you float the idea and go, well, this is what I'm doing. And we go, okay, that's cool. Hope that works for you. But so you know, I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010. I had $5,000 to invest back in 2010, and I thought, I don't know, and I'd never invested in anything before. So, you know, I'm searching on YouTube, best things to invest in, blah, blah, blah. And then the recommended YouTube videos would come up and say like gold, silver. It was mainly silver, like silver's hot right now. Silver's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what's this? So I started doing my research. It took me 3 months from day one to having actual metal in my hand. It took me a while to make the decision. Silver had gone up in that time about $7 or $8 in that time. Hindsight's 2020. Wish I had bought in August rather than say, you know, October, something like that. It is what it is. And then I've been riding that silver wave. I didn't sell out in 2011 when we hit the peak. You know, I didn't know about things about double tops, and I was new to investing, and I didn't know about technical analysis and all that stuff. So, yeah, I was hearing other people say, you know, we're getting towards 50 here, you know, maybe just blah, blah. I'm like, well, we've been there once before in the 80s. Like, you know, of course it's going to go higher. Double top. Okay, so I didn't sell out. But in between there, actually, after that, I was still in precious metals. I started working in the precious metal industry in 2013. And it was my boss at my first job in the precious metals industry at Goldstackers. One of my bosses there was co-owners, started talking about this thing called Bitcoin. I'm like, oh, okay, right. Okay, Bitcoin. So he actually convinced me to buy 2 Bitcoin off him for 128 Australian dollars each. I don't still own those 2 Bitcoin. Okay, I made my mistakes like everyone. Should have just bought and held and, you know, just buy more and all that. But I did the trading thing and all that stuff. You know, some people know I made a good bit of money once, but lost it. So I made paper gains, a lot of paper gains in crypto in particular. Went by the wayside because I got greedy and I didn't think, oh, okay, we'll take some off the table and this or that. Anyway, so I'm still, so the reason I say all this is still been in silver, and I'm still in silver, and I'll probably be in silver for a very long time. And I've been in crypto since 2013. So here's my current investment strategy though. We all know, and I see, and I've been talking about it, the capital rotation from the stock market, which is currently happening, into precious metals. That is happening. Now, we've had this big move in gold over the last 12 months or so, and I'll show you the charts and we'll do all the live charts and all that sort of stuff. And the big move in silver, once we cleared 26, that told me, and once we cleared and held over 26 US dollars, it told me, okay, 99% we're in a bull market. Okay, I just needed to see it cross that next barrier of 31 US dollars. It closed that on a monthly time frame. I've been harping on that for months when I first started this show. We closed above it. I said higher prices are coming. Higher prices did come. From here, as I've been saying, it's looking peaky. Since we hit the mother of all trend lines in gold, I'm saying from here, and that was, you know, about your 2,600 and something mark. And we'll take a look at the prices and all that in just a second. I'll share the screen. But it's like it's looking peaky from here. So in the last number of weeks, and you've all been hearing me say, peaky for gold. And if that's peaky for gold, then it's getting peaky for silver as well. We still had room to move, but now just last week, I have called what I think to be and other people, I'm basically on other people's ideas as well. It's not just my personal one. I'm 80% sure that the peak in gold, the short-term peak in gold is here. And I could be completely wrong. So 20%, love to be wrong because I'd love to see it just shoot up. So if that's the same for gold, if that's true for gold, which I think it is, then that would be true for silver usually, because where gold goes, silver tends to follow. At the same time, what's been happening with crypto? Well, crypto, Bitcoin has now confirmed it's now in price discovery. So that's it looks like to be, unless things fall over and, you know, we all get faked out and all that kind of stuff. All signs point to at the moment, and you got to keep watching it, you know, regularly, that we're in the last stage of the Bitcoin 4-year cycle of this current 4-year Bitcoin cycle. And so you've probably got another 9 to 12 months roughly, anywhere up to about, unless it all crashes beforehand, which it can do, of course. But if it follows previous cycles, then you've got until around about October to December-ish. You know, a 3-month window between October. It could be earlier, it could be July, I don't know. But sometime second half of next year, let's call it around the October, December area, that's when generally the Bitcoin price will peak at around about there. It's not usually, as I've said, it's not usually about the price, it's usually about time. So, you know, it could go to, I don't know, pick a number. Bitcoin could go to $150,000. But if it does it in April or May, you'd think, oh, you know, generally it's more like the time. So, you know, it might still have room to move. Now, however, having said that, if you've made a great profit, take profits off the table. I will certainly be doing that. But here's my current strategy. Because, and I think I have alluded to this, because it seems like the gold and silver in their short-term retrace, okay, and Bitcoin's doing its thing and the others, so your altcoins, your Ethereums and all that, I am currently, my current investment strategy for 2025, at least the first half, and, you know, let's see what happens, is I am currently selling some of my silver and I'm putting it into crypto or into more crypto. I had some, I've got some more now. I'm going to be riding that wave. Now, that might not be for you, and that's totally cool. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing. We'll take a look at some charts, etc. So I am certainly not selling all of my stack. That'd be a decent stack. But no, certainly not selling it. But I'm taking a portion, putting it more into crypto, into your big blue chip stuffs. We're talking, and we'll show you some charts. Of course, we're talking a bit of Bitcoin, but we're talking Ethereum. We're talking Doge. Probably, I've got some Doge as well. With the new Trump administration, with Elon on board, he's, you know, Doge mad. So that's going through a really good price appreciation at the moment. It's up like 30%, I think, just overnight or last few days as well. So I'm currently going to ride that wave. And again, I'll share I'll share the screen for you and show some different charts. And then in 2025, what will happen inevitably, because it won't be going through to 2026 at some point, because I'll be watching very closely the silver to Bitcoin ratio, the silver and gold to Bitcoin ratios, the silver and gold to total crypto market cap ratios, and I'll show you those in just a second. When that gets to a point for me where I see that really being overvalued, so now Bitcoin is highly overvalued to silver, or silver is more undervalued, I'll be swapping it all back into good old precious metals. And then end of 2025-ish and beyond, I will be riding that capital rotation wave. So basically my play for possibly most of 2025, I don't know, we'll see what happens, is more crypto and wait till that rises and then increase my precious metal stack. Because really, at the end of the day, it's going to be about precious metals. The crypto thing goes up and down, but precious metal bull era, which we're going to be going into the complete gold and silver bull era over the next 5 to 10 years, where, and I'll show you the charts again, where institutional investors are going to, who are normally in the stock market, are going to say, no, it's going to be much more beneficial to be in precious metals. That's going to take over. It's going to be a longer move up. So I'm playing the shorter move in crypto to then play the longer move to increase my stack and do the longer move on the capital rotation in precious metals. So that's my basic investment strategy for 2025. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. Good, bad, whatever. You know, I do me, you do you. That is completely good. But I'm going to share some charts for you. Now, of course, I should let you know the show's brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and wealthstack.com. Let's share the screen. And I think I'm going to double check if I'm actually coming live on. I am live. This is fantastic. Good. I am live on Twitter. Now, I just want to let you know on X, what I did is I've actually shifted over, and I want you guys to, if you don't mind, I'm going to share the screen very quickly, and I'll just show you this first. Head over here. I've been putting you towards the Good Morning Stackers channel. I'm turning my old channel, my Twitter channel, which I've had since 2009, joined in July of 2009. I'm turning it into the more personal thing because I talk crypto, I'm very political over there, I'm all this, and I've just decided I think it's a little bit safer now to put myself out there as this. So if you head over to currently, the username is Joe in General, JoeinGeneral. That's me currently over there. I will be changing that to something like It's Joe Main or something like that, but that's where it currently is. Head over there. So if you've subscribed to me on, if you follow me on Twitter, on X, at Good Morning Stackers, I'll probably get rid of that most likely, and I'm probably going to keep it over here because I have years of amazing posts. So that's me right there. Anyway, let's share the screen. I want to show you, this is currently total versus silver. So total is the total crypto market cap. So it includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and every single other bloody coin. Okay. So there are other totals. You could do total 2, which excludes Bitcoin, and that's just really looking at Ethereum and the other altcoins. You can also do total 3, which is removing Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's just the pure altcoin market. But this is just the big general one. Okay. Just want to show you what seems to be going on. And of course, none of this is financial advice. And of course, this could completely tick over. It could just go blah, 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 blah. All right. You never know. But, you know, same with silver or same with gold. It can have huge jumps as well. It could be market manipulated, for example, JP Morgan, all that's the HSBC, etc. So, you know, nothing is guaranteed. But here's the current move, okay? It looks like it might be, and that's why I'm back a lot in crypto. I'm selling some of my silver for crypto. It looks like it's in more of an uptrend now, and it seems like we might be heading at least back into the extremely overvalued area for crypto. Okay, so let me against silver, that is. Let me show you. Horizontal line, vertical line, Joe. So I'm going to pop in around about, let's just call it October to be safe. Cool. Let's just call it there. So that is the end of next year. So if we are, and there's no guarantees in life, but if we are moving into extremely overvalued in the total crypto market cap, and you could pare this down to just Bitcoin versus silver, and we'll take a look at those in a second, but let's just do the total crypto market cap. It seems like, now it has a couple of hurdles to get over. This here at 100, looks like about 108 billion, okay? It seems like it's on the way up. We'll take a look on the weekly time frame. The weekly, you can see, is moving back into extremely overvalued. We had this move here, which was kind of the confirmation for a lot of people, which was breaking this trend line right there. So you broke there, and then you can see very clearly it went zip, like that. Now, you could have a retrace back down, certainly could, but if you take a look at the Bitcoin price as well, let's take a look at Bitcoin. We just hit, this is the index. We just hit, no, that's the, there we go. I'll use the Bitstamp price. We just broke that key trend line right there, and it's been a fast move, okay? And many think this is again, the last leg of the cycle. And for example, if you do it again, that's about, call it October if you want, September, October, that's the end. That's sort of the rough area where a lot of people think the cycle will end this time. Bitcoin's now in price discovery. Okay, so you've got a lot of room to move, and at least, at bare minimum, it's $100,000, I think. Okay, and it's quite likely going to be more than that, but we don't have a crystal ball and all that. So if you potentially want to, I'll take a look at the Bitcoin to gold ratio, or maybe even we'll do the Bitcoin to gold ratio. And this might not be for you, and that's okay, because I'm just sharing with you what I am doing. Here's the Bitcoin to gold ratio, which we have looked at before. There again, that's I've got that at December. Well, maybe move that to October. Let's do that. That might be better. I have shared this before. We are currently breaking out on the Bitcoin to gold ratio, very clearly breaking out. And it has a potential move, and I did this sometime last week or the week before. It has a potential to move all the way up to, say, this level of 1 to 60. Okay, so therefore you would need 60 ounces of gold for one Bitcoin, or for example, if you bought it, what's the other way? 60 ounces for one Bitcoin, or one Bitcoin would get you 60 ounces of gold. One Bitcoin currently gets you about 30 ounces of gold. Imagine, and I'm not giving you financial advice, I'm just opening it up to you in case you are fine to skirt the thing and you hadn't realized that the Bitcoin rate to gold ratio, for example, is, going through a bit of an up move. Okay, Bitcoin is currently outperforming gold, and it looks like it will continue to do. Imagine doubling your stack of gold, or even screw it. Let's go down here and let's say 50%. Imagine increasing your gold or silver stack by 50% simply by being in not all in crypto, but being a bit in crypto. Okay, maybe you could increase your stack by 20%, by 30%. Maybe you keep the core of your portfolio in gold and silver, but you have a little bit of play stuff. So you sell a little bit, you pop it into, and maybe just, if you've never been in crypto, just get Bitcoin. Okay, don't worry about Ethereum or anything else. Just get Bitcoin and follow the Bitcoin to gold ratio, or Bitcoin to silver ratio. We'll take a look at that in a second. And hey, it hits a certain point and you go, wow, if I swap this thing, I've upped my stack by 20%. Hey, cool, that's good. And that's just in time for the capital rotation. Let's see, Bitcoin to silver ratio. Here's the Bitcoin to silver ratio, and this is what I'm watching very closely, okay? I will be watching for this when it gets to the extremely overvalued. Now, again, that just might increase my stack by 20%. Hey, I'm cool with that. I'm happy to get 20% extra ounces, or it could do even better, for example. And again, all of this is spitballing, but let's say, for example, it takes, again, Bitcoin to silver, let's say it's there, that's about 100%. Okay. On the monthly time frame, you could certainly really easily go into extremely overvalued for Bitcoin versus silver and make it up to around about that level. Okay, so that would be a level I would look at on the Bitcoin to silver ratio, where you'd be that would be the top, I would suggest, probably no more than 100%, I'd imagine. But I could be wrong on that. It depends on when it hits. So for example, let's go out to October. So again, because this is an uptrend line, the further time you go forward, the higher the level, right? So there's October. So that actually takes it out to about there. I don't know if that's reasonable. That's about 180%. If anything, you would go, hey, I've doubled my stack. That would be a great move, wouldn't it? Doubling your stack, that'd be great. So that's what I'm looking at doing. If I get to double my stack, oh mate, I am swapping back into precious metals, which again, I'm not selling out completely. It takes you into where are we? As we've shown many, many times before, and I'll show you the gold to SPX ratio. That will take you into the gold to stock market ratio play. Now, that is down at the moment, okay? So gold is currently in the last couple of weeks, and just last week, we came up to this level. So this is measuring gold versus the stock market index, the S&P 500. As this goes up, gold is outperforming the stock market. As this goes down, stock market is outperforming gold. Just very quickly, it was much better to be in gold between mid-2000s and 2011. Absolutely outperformed the stock market. But from 2011 until now-ish, bit of consolidation, it's been much better to be in the stock market. Okay, it just is what it is. What are you stacking for? Are you stacking just because you're married to your silver and you're married to your gold, or you're stacking because you want to increase your overall wealth for your family, or your inheritance for your kids, or your general life situation? Okay, why are you in it? Okay, but it looks like to be in precious metals over the longer term, it's going to be great. Okay, we have broken out on the gold to S&P 500 ratio. We just need to hold this downtrend line, please. That would be lovely. If we don't hold that, then we're heading back into that area. But at some point, and it is coming, the capital rotation will happen, where we go up and above the final hurdle of the 0.5 level right there, the halfway mark, where 1 ounce of gold gets you half a point in the stock market, half a share of the stock market. Okay, when it starts getting over this level, that's when many people believe, the institutional investors in the stock market will go, oh, okay, the cycle's reverting again. Now it's back like it is in the early 2000s. Remember that? That was fun, wasn't it? Remember that? That was good while it lasted. Now we're heading up again, okay? So that's why in this short period, I'm going more stack and then ride this longer wave, this 5 to 10 year wave of the gold and silver to stock market ratio. And then at some point I will be at some point getting rid of all of my precious metals because I'm not married to my bags, and I'll be getting, well, maybe not all. There's some stuff I said I will never sell. Yeah, and you want to have a core stack of precious metals to be safe, okay, for your insurance policy in case the world goes to hell in a handbasket and you couldn't predict it. Okay, so I will keep some of my precious metals, but the vast majority will be going into the stock market most likely, or whatever else sets itself up as being highly undervalued at the time. It could be real estate, it could be something else. Who knows? But I'm going to be writing that. So that and silver to SPX ratio. Silver to SPX ratio is a similar move. Okay, are we still pumping? Yep. So we had that move back down, and the internet's a little bit slow. I am going to get Starlink, people. Right here, you can see very clearly. Much better to be in silver in the early 2000s, 2011. Much better to be in the stock market. It was doing better for you. Imagine buying precious metals here, swapping with the stock market here, and then riding this wave. You've just increased your wealth so much. Okay? Don't be married to your bags. But this is coming. It is our time for precious metals coming very, very soon. The capital rotation. This is silver with the stock market. So in particular, I'll be following this. Okay? When it gets to a certain point, I'll be swapping for the stock market. That's, in years to come. We're talking, late 2020s. But, as I said, in the meantime, if I can increase my stack any way possible, I am riding the crypto cycle for 2025. So that is my current investment strategy, to up my stack for the longer term benefit of the capital rotation. Cool, cool. That was a long, am I buffering? Yeah, spinning. Dang, sorry people, playing up on your end. Okay, what's going on? Can people still see me? Did I just talk my butt off for no reason whatsoever? Let's just see. Are we back? Let me see. I am live. Are we back? No, I'm good. I'm here. You can see me. Post a comment below if you can still see me and still hear me. Okay, so that is my current goal. I'm going to click on that. And let's just see, are all the other chats coming up? We back. We back. What did you miss? Sounds like a plan. All right, tell me, what did you miss, people? Did you miss everything that I just explained then? Post a comment below and let me know right now. So in the meantime, tell me what you missed then. Tell me what was the last thing you heard, and then I'll give you the short version. But in the meantime, I will tell you about my brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange and WealthStack, wealthstack.com. Again, get your comments in right now. Tell me what the last thing you heard was. Perth Bullion Exchange, my first brand partner, perthbullion.com.au, Australia's only dealer to offer not just express shipping, but free shipping. Free express shipping, but free shipping. No other bullion dealer does free shipping in Australia. Free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. If you have 20 or more items of any combination of items in your order, you get free shipping. You can buy 2 silver eagles, or 2 silver maples, 2 silver 10-ounce bars, 1 gram of gold. As long as the total items is 20 or more, you could buy just 20 1/10-ounce silver coins, silver rounds, and that's like $150, $130 at the moment. You get free shipping on that. Okay, so it's about the items, not about the dollar amount. Okay, free shipping Australia-wide, express, sign on delivery, insured, tracking, all that good stuff. So that's why they are my brand partner number 1. And my second brand partner is WealthStack, wealthstack.com, for you to save and invest in physical gold with an unallocated gold program. It is fully backed 1-to-1 with real physical metal. You are paying spot plus 1% to buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold. There's only a minimum of $10, right? So you want to buy gold in fractions. Okay, you only want to spend $20 a week, $20 a month on gold because that's all you can afford. That is great. Save and invest, and you're still only paying spot plus 1%. You don't have to wait and save up for 1 gram of gold, which is going to be like 100 and something bucks at the moment. But what did the price of gold do at the time when you were saving that money? Okay, so you can just save in little bits here. Now, this could be good for you, but it might be great for your friends who don't want to buy the physical. And that's cool. We love our friends and family, but they don't get it, do they? Most of them don't get it. Send them this wealthstack.com app. It's an app for your phone, Android or iPhone. It's a great app, and it's working really well. And they're very responsive to any suggestions, any kinks that needs ironing out, anything like that. Full Australian business, Australian regulated, etc. All I ask you do is to go to wealthstack.com, go to the bottom left-hand side, click on the frequently asked questions page down the bottom here. Read the frequently asked questions. It tells you all about it. You can also find out more about it by watching the interview with me and the CEO, David Ski. That's from like a couple of months ago now on the channel. So if you go to my channel or go to YouTube, type in Wealth Stack, one word, CEO. That's probably the first thing that's going to come up. Okay, great interview with David. And we'll be talking to David again sometime soon. So that is my 2 brand partners. Let's see, people. It did stop for a bit. Everything after Bitcoin. You were back, but the audio sync is slightly out for me. Refresh the page, and now it's fine. So you got up to everything after Bitcoin. Okay, so the short answer is my investment strategy for 2025 is I'm riding the crypto wave, selling some of my silver, riding the crypto wave. I'm going to increase my stack, hopefully, increase my gold and silver stack, probably all silver, by hopefully 30, 50, 100%. Hey, maybe I can double my stack. And then once the crypto wave, I feel like it's done, I'll be getting out way before probably, the top. You never pick tops. I will have increased my silver stack, and that's setting me up for the longer term in 2026 and beyond, towards the end of the decade, for the capital rotation from the stock market into the precious metals bull era. So I could have all said that in about 2 sentences, but I wanted to give you all the charts and all this kind of stuff. We looked at we looked at a few ratio charts. So hopefully that comes up after the fact. I don't know. Let's find out. That is my investment strategy. I could have gone through all that stuff and then, you got it in about, 2 sentences. But that's what I am doing. So I want to hear your comments below. What do you think about that? And I did kind of give my case for it if you didn't hear it. But that's what I'm doing. Riding the crypto wave. Not all of my silver. Riding it. Increase my stack. And then ride the capital rotation wave, the longer one. That's what I'm doing. If you don't like crypto, that's totally cool. But I've been in crypto since 2013. I know it. And I've been in stacking precious metals since 2010. By stock market, do you mean the Aussie stock market? Maybe. I'll see at the time, Rod. Good question. I don't know. I've been looking at the S&P 500, so the US stock market index. But, I mean, generally, if the US stock market is going to be doing well, then the Australian stock market would be doing well. So, yeah, maybe I'll look at the ASX 200 instead of the S&P 500. Also, all depends what the Australian dollar is doing against the US dollar. So if, for example, it was, at a certain really high point or a certain really low point, it's not like it's in the outlying positions of the normal range of the AUD to USD pair, then I would, I'd either be all in USD denominated stuff, or I might be all in AUD denominated stuff, depending on, what the AUD to USD pair is doing at the same time. So I don't know. Lance says, S&P makes me nervous. Divergences ahoy. Yeah. Yes, the S&P at the moment is getting pretty overvalued. Okay, that's why the capital rotation into precious metals is happening and will continue. Yeah, Nvidia, I agree. Nvidia scares me. That's massively overvalued. It is really overvalued at the moment. So yes, let me be very clear. I'm not getting into the stock market now. I'm increasing my silver stack by riding the crypto wave. And then I will be riding the precious metals wave against the stock market over the next 5 years, possibly longer. Depends how long it goes for. And then I will be, eventually, when it looks like gold and silver are very overvalued versus the stock market, then, and this will coincide very likely with a huge dip in the stock market, probably 50%, possibly more, but anywhere down to maybe 50% from wherever it tops out at. looking pretty toppy at the moment, the stock market. 50%, and there won't be a 50% move in a week. It'll happen over, a 1 year period maybe. And then I'll be getting highly undervalued stocks. I will probably be looking at just mainly the stock index and maybe one, maybe two individual stocks. As you know, I'm bullish on Tesla over the longer term. That's probably one of the only ones where I'd buy an individual stock because of the greatness that Elon Musk is doing. Same as the QQQ. Right. Debt is Great says, I like the strategy, Joe, especially not being married to any asset. Do not be married to your bags. I made the mistake. Of being married to my bag of silver in 2011. But again, I didn't have a show like Good Morning Stackers or someone like, there were other people. There was Mike Maloney. There was this and that. But Mike Maloney has precious metals to sell, So even Mike Maloney, I don't think Mike Maloney called the top in 2011, did he? As far as I'm aware. I don't believe so. I could be completely wrong on that. And yes, again, get your strategies in right now, and I'll read those, and then we'll do live gold, silver, platinum analysis. So I made that mistake. I was married to my silver because you get into it, and then you're like all gung ho, and you're telling your friends and family at the Christmas party. You're in the bargaining phase of the awakening, as we've talked about: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. I was in the bargaining phase. I'm like bang bang silver, and the silver price was going up. I'd gotten in, and like 2-3 months later, it was up 40%. And that's crazy. So I'm like telling like my band members like, oh, silver, it's up 40%, you should get into it, all that stuff. And then double top in silver in 2011. And I just rode the wave down. But yeah, don't be married to your bags. If there's an opportunity, why would you not take it? If it's easy enough to do. Lance, my strategy is increasing my precious metals via my shares and small crypto. Good stuff. Moving from the market to PMs. Yep, exactly right. Sounds like a solid strategy. Silver came down from its... Yeah, it did. That's true. Silver came down from its 2000 high so quickly. Yeah, it did. Yeah, you're right. I agree. It was pretty quick. But then it spent about 2 years on that $26 level. And as I've said, I've mentioned it many times before, day one of me working in precious metals industry in 2013, where I first started, day one at Goldstackers was that weekend where it finally went through $26. And no one thought it would ever go through $26 again. It was just going to be this level. And then it cracked down through, and then the line out the door was crazy. It was like real trial by fire. So yes, all right. I think that's it for that topic. That's my strategy for 2025. And I of course, remain open to changing it depending on the message of the market. Cool. Let's do live gold, silver, and platinum analysis. May take a look at a crypto, maybe. We might take a look at Bitcoin, maybe, as well. But definitely gold, silver, and platinum, because that is what we do. And get your comments in about your strategy as well. So let me share the screen. Let's get to gold. Not a lot to say, I guess. Where's my green stuff? Here's my green stuff. Share the screen. Here is gold. Gold on the... I've got a lot of stuff going on here. Monthly time frame. Let's pop to the daily. Price in US dollars, 2,680. Okay. Here we are. We are still at the mother of all trend lines. We have yet to break it, but we had a move down. Failed move, fast move in the opposite direction. So we're currently, look, all you need to know is I'm still 80% sure at this stage, 80% sure we crack through the mother of all trend lines and we continue our way down. Would I be happy to be wrong? Yes. If the message of the market tells me, oh no, I think gold is actually, gold and silver, they're actually going to start to outperform the crypto market again, then I'll be back straight into, precious metals. I'm almost all in precious metals. As you know, I just said, if you hit the time code and you skipped all the other stuff, I'm moving a little bit of, moving a portion of my silver into the crypto market to ride that wave, to increase my stack. But yeah, I am 80% sure still that we will see a break of the mother of all trend lines. Hasn't happened yet. If it does though, that's the real big sign. You close any day, close days below. Okay, it's technically a close below right there. Depends on... Is that the 4 hour? Let's have a look. Is the 4 hour moved? No, okay. If we start closing days below, multiple days below, then that's not good. Then that means gold heading further down. I'm 80% sure that it will. 20%, hey, love to be wrong. For you. That's all you need to know. If it does, you want to see it bounce, and you want to see that happen very quickly. And then, hey, maybe the short-term peak isn't in yet. I'd imagine the short-term peak would happen somewhere, if it's not now, which I think it is, but if it's not now, it's going to be somewhere between $28.75 and $3,000 per gold ounce, okay? But I'm 80% sure that that short-term peak is in now. That's it. That's all you need to know. Relative strength index on the daily. Yeah, we have bottomed there on the daily, but on the weekly, look at that, ticking over. Now, out of interest, we have found support so far, but yeah, no. On the monthly time frame, we are now, looks like we're at the top end of the rolling over. Now, that might be wrong, okay? You could find it completely fakes you out here and heads back up, okay? So, but just until we're below the mother of all trend lines, I guess I have to remain neutral-ish, but I really am 80% sure. So that is gold. Silver, couple of tests of 31, still above it. Okay, that's good. You could have a turnaround here. You certainly could. On the 1 hour time frame, you've got room to move down. On the 4 hour, you have been an extremely undervalued already on the 4 hour. So a tick up. Okay, a tick up maybe to test the 3250 area could be coming. What you would want to see if you want silver to crack up from here is a clear break, and there's something like that, and then break this uptrend line right there. That's what you want to see if you want to see silver go higher. But if you want to see silver go lower because you want to load up, you should be dollar cost averaging anyway, but you would want to see something like that, a rejection, and then bang back down. $29.80 is still the line in the sand. You do not break, let me know, if you break $29.80, we're probably going straight down to at least 28. That might be great news for you because you want to load up more. Good on you. Personally, I am going to be biased. What I personally want to see is I want to see this go down further. I want to see crypto continue up, and I want to see this go down so I can double my stack or even more. That would be lovely. Okay, so my bias is my confirmation bias is I want to see it go down. So maybe that's why I feel like I'm 80% sure that it is going to continue down, because I want it to happen. Okay, always focus on your confirmation bias as well. Okay, that is silver. Yeah, if you crack back above 3250 though, and particularly back above this trend line, it's back on for silver. Okay, back on for up moves. But yeah, 3250 you want to crack, and definitely this uptrend line right there, and then you'd be looking really good for a pump further. And your pump further, if it happened, your pump further would be to probably no higher than $37 to $40 in 2024. Definitely no higher than that now, because we're in November. You are not going to see this move to like $50. Not happening. You may not even see this move here, but if we crack back up above this trend line, 37, 38.50, probably the top. That's a key Fibonacci level, okay? But 80% sure that we do see lower prices from here. Again, I want it to be true. That is silver. Platinum. Platinum is back down to the, what do you know, the thick yellow line, which is the line that goes all the way back to 2008, February of 2008. Below here is my depressed zone for platinum, okay? We had been skirting in cautiously excited. We got into getting excited. We got into getting really excited, and Lucy set it up for me. Lucy set up the football. Hey, Charlie Brown, I promise this time I won't pull the football out from under you just as you're in full kick mode, and I won't let you fall flat on your bum. And hey, did it again. Surprise, surprise. Thanks, Luce. Appreciate it. So I went back into my cautiously excited zone. Support level there. It was ranging. Very clear range. Look at that. Very clear. Okay. And now we're at the bottom end. Okay. Cautious, I'm still technically cautiously excited, but not much. Particularly if I think gold will head down, and if I think silver will head down, platinum will probably follow it. So when we crack back down below the thicker yellow trend line here. We're into the depressed zone for platinum. You would want to see it hold $945 US, and you'd want to see that to be a fault, like here, a false breakdown and then a quick move back up. That's what you would want to see if you want to see platinum go higher. But if you're looking to load up and you want to see it go lower and you don't want a dollar cost average, which is what you should be doing. If you don't want a dollar cost average, you're like, no, I'm just going to wait for a really low price. What you want to see is the following: 945, major resistance at the 2008 trend line, and crack that, then man, you would very most likely not find support here, but you might do something like that, and then down she goes, and then very likely double bottom. Yeah, double bottom maybe. You'd want to see a big V reversal like that, but that's the top end of my best buy zone. So technically it would hit my best buy zone again, but then there's a couple of levels that you would want to watch out for if we get into the bottom end of the best buy zone, and that's at 870. Into the middle of the best buy zone right here. That's 870. Ignore the time frame, just more the price. 870 or 840 are the two big areas that you'd look at potentially bouncing from, like there. And there's a remote chance that you get all the way down to 750. Doubtful, but it's just the bottom end of the best buy zone. We're nowhere near there yet. We are still currently above the depressed zone. Excuse me. Just keep all this in the back of your mind. Cool. That's gold, silver, platinum. Gold to silver ratio. We're taking a live look at this. Don't forget. Okay. We are back in. There's a lot of busyness going on here, isn't there? I need to get rid of a few of these lines. Gold's outperforming silver currently. Okay, that's all you need to know. It's still we're in the any metals game area. These two thick yellow lines right here is the any metals game. It's the neutral zone for gold to silver ratio. Not one is completely presenting a longer term dominance over the other. If we start cracking up above here, then gold's presenting a longer term dominance over silver. If hopefully we do, because I'd like to see silver just completely dominate gold. Hopefully that's a fake breakdown, a fake breakout, a false breakout, and then we move back down below here. Confirms silver's long term dominance. We're not there right now. We were. It faked us out. Cool. That's gold to silver ratio. Good stuff. Final comments, and we shall get out of here. It's 10:20, people. You have been watching Good Morning Stackers. We did buffer for a bit. We did talk about my current investment strategy for 2025. I have 47 people watching. Very interesting. Great to see everyone here. If you've never joined the channel before, hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Number one, you get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. Number two, you get to synchronize Slurp with me at the beginning and at the end of the show. You get to dance at the end of the show as well in your seat. And you get a week daily live show from me. Veteran stacker, been in crypto for a while, and I've just told you my investment strategy for 2025. And you get it week daily, and it's a great show. And you can also join the GMS family by hitting the big red subscribe button. Final comments, then we shall get out of here. Ron said that, yep, and then Pete Repeat says, if they would stop fiddling with the precious metals, it would be a different story. I think that's it, people. I'm going to check the comments to see if there's any others, if I am buffering or if I am not buffering. Hopefully not. I really got to get the, whatchamacallit, the Starlink in. Okay, I think that's it, people. I'm going to leave it at that. May have been buffering for a bit, so my apologies. That is it, people. You have been watching Good Morning Stackers for Monday, the 11th of November at 11 o'clock. Lest we forget, please remember to give your moment of silence, please, for our fallen heroes. Okay? They did their thing to protect their families, and you were part of their families. Get it? Got it? Good. Do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage.
let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronized slurp, now we're
In
on
3,
the move.
2, 1, slurp it.
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is so good. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings time. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. See you then.